Alright guys, TacticalRab back again today. Hope you're doing well and enjoying your day so far. Welcome back to VALORANT rostermania. Loads of new updates today, especially on ShahZaM's potential team over at G2. He reveals a mystery 5th player that apparently none of us can guess, although some people have been pointing towards one particular character. Very much enjoy your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new as always, I'd greatly appreciate it. Game Changers update as we go into the final 2 days of the competition here. These were the kind of, results in terms of pure rating and numbers going into the final 4 teams. And this was G2 GoZen yesterday versus Team Liquid, the kind of Brazilian team. Mary is absolutely out of control. Got a just insane ace right here. So this is the bracket as it looks. G2 GoZen, they took down Team Liquid. I don't know how, and I even said this I think before the tournament, G2 were ranked like the 5th best team coming into this event. Like I thought they were certainly one of the favorites, and they were in the finals. Team Liquid are in the losers finals, and then we get a classic matchup for the North American Game Changers region, Cloud9 White versus Shopify Rebellion. I saw another interesting stat actually, that Cloud9 White have made, I think, $122,000 in their time as an organization, as a team. And the main Cloud9 team, since its inception in Valorant, has made about $190,000 in prize money. If Cloud9 White win, or get to the finals, and certainly if they win the entire thing, they will have made more money than the actual men's Cloud9 team, which I thought was a kind of interesting stat as well. But they'll be playing Shopify Rebellion today, the losers finals also today, and then the grand finals tomorrow. And these are some numbers here: rifle versus rifle win rate so far in this tournament here from Fang358. So just good stats to have a look at real quick. Let's talk about this as well. Noted last night from ShahZaM's kind of perspective here that on the right hand side we can see NRG Josh RTZ. So this guy, former head coach I believe for NRG, he is now seemingly teaming with the Guards. So the Guards, big organization, lots of cash. They are sticking around in tier 2 for the upcoming season. We don't yet know their 5th player. Of course they lost Sire player to go to T1. The rest of the guys are seemingly sticking together. Some reason Trent didn't get an offer, so I guess he's staying on the Guards. But they might have a new head coach here, so they're taking things serious. And that team is going to be pretty deadly going forwards. It's going to be tough to win Ascension, there's no doubt. You've got the likes of TSM, you've got the Guards here, you've got many other big name teams, and only one of these teams can win Ascension and qualify for the Partnership League from 2024 and beyond, or they get 2 seasons in and maybe their organization that they represent can then get selected as a partner team if Riot want to do exactly that. Now, this also, speaking of the tier 2 scene, in the Pacific region, they're seemingly taking it very seriously over there to make this a great success. So effectively what's happening is per sub-region, so within the Pacific region, you've got many different regions, China, India, etc., many sub-regions. Now there's going to be 2 slots in Ascension per sub-region. So basically the way it works is you've got the Challenger Leagues where all the teams have to play in, and then if you win your Challenger League, you then get to go to the Ascension tournament where the team that wins gets to qualify for the Pacific kind of, top tier side of things. So I think most tournaments, I'm not entirely sure where it is in other regions, but I thought that possibly only about 10 teams, I don't even know where I'm getting this from, I don't know, maybe I've read it somewhere or something, might be fake news completely, but a certain amount of challenger teams get to then compete at the Ascension tournament to see who qualifies per region, and apparently they're going to do 2 Pacific slots per sub-region, so 20 teams down to, I guess, just 1 team that gets through. But what it means is that there will be many more teams that can potentially qualify for Ascension from around the world, or from at least around this region. So really interesting stuff, what it means for the Chinese region and other regions as well, that they're seriously giving some help here, it seems, to the Pacific sides for, helping those regions get on the map, I suppose. And a pretty cool idea. Wonder what they could do to follow this up in other regions as well, if they'll even think about doing something like that. And I'm also not sure exactly what it means for kind of Valorant going forwards in China, just because I don't yet know if Valorant is even allowed in China, if it's licensed yet, or exactly what the rules are there, because we had a Chinese team, Edward Gaming, at Champions, but I don't know if it's actually officially even you're allowed to play it there yet. So I'm not really sure what the situation is there, but I guess they'll have to figure that one out, because that's also a big question going into the franchise league as well. Let's talk about the OpTic stuff then. So last night they released the episode of The Process, breaking down their past season, about a 35-minute video looking at their World Championship run, when they heard that, Marv probably wasn't going to compete any longer going forwards, or was going to take a year away, when they heard the rumors that, the team's probably going to break apart. FNS said on stream that yes, if OpTic made it through the franchising, they would more than likely have stuck together. Marv probably would have taken a year out anyway and stuck on the bench. We heard some talk that maybe Ye wasn't fully sure about this team and might have decided to look for newer horizons anyway. But obviously they did a fantastic job. It was great to see everyone come to support this OpTic team over the last year or so, really. And the videography here is just absolutely spectacular as usual. And they do a tweet alongside the video here. Thank you to OpTic Valorant and all these guys to a lot of support here on Twitter. Now the question to me was, I watched this video, I tried to figure out if they they said anything about the future of OpTic Valorant, if there is a future of OpTic Valorant, but they didn't really comment on it for now. So yeah, I guess they're just maybe gonna let their Valorant side die off. Maybe I don't really know what their plan is there, because obviously they could get a tier 2 team. But as I say, there are many other organizations trying to compete in tier 2, and for the money investments, it's probably only worth competing in tier 2 if you can actually qualify for tier 1. Like, I think it's very doubtful that any big name organizations that want to sign big name players can actually make a return on their investments by signing a team that's not going to qualify. If they do qualify, great, and it's probably worthwhile through Ascension, but if they don't, and you sign big name players and build a tier 2 team, you're probably just going to lose money unless you qualify. Now, if you're like a smaller organization signing some smaller players, then you can make it work like that. But if you're a big org, an OpTic, a G2, a Guard or something, like, it's kind of difficult to figure out whether it's actually worthwhile going for this or not. So I can understand OpTic's kind of hesitation here. I haven't really heard or seen anything yet about whether they're going to come back in, but yeah, as Marv says, can make a grown man cry, right? It was a tough watch for sure at times. Now, this from the former XSET owner. Some more drama going on with organizations right now on the tier 2 side. We saw this roster the other day. EU, Xander, Nismo, Koala, and John QT. What's going to happen here? Now, apparently, former XSET owner Marco is going to make his entirely new organization. This is pretty crazy stuff. We saw a few days ago, I don't believe I mentioned this to you guys, but yeah, he basically announced his departure from XSET a few days ago. It was an organization founded with some former FaZe executives, and it's obviously grown pretty quickly. They did a great job last season. Unfortunately for them, it didn't make it into franchising. Now, apparently, he's going to build his entire own organization here. I wonder what it's going to be called. I mean, we'll have to wait and see. Maybe YSET, people were joking around about. I think he even replies to this. Yeah, here he is in the replies. So, I mean, yeah, kind of saying indeed that something is going to go on here, and yeah, former XSET guy is going to form his own organization outside of XSET with his own cash, and is going to sign some really solid players. Now, kind of a shame to me that that kind of ghost team split up, but this team is very deadly. I really like the look of this team. And now, instead of being the unknown organization as Flynn had on his spreadsheet, it now says XSET owners new organization here with Nismo, John QT, EU, Xander, and Kuala Lumpur. So whether these guys are going to fly out to the Pacific region, which is kind of what they were joking around about, or maybe not joking around about, remains to be seen. But yeah, still a pretty deadly team. Like, this is a really scary team, I think, in the challenger side going forwards. And the team that they will have to compete with is, of course, none other than the G2 team that we expect to be Penny, ShahZaM, Whippy, and dapr +1. This hasn't changed over the last few days. We don't yet know who the 5th man is going to be for G2, and ShahZaM has been talking about it on stream. He said you guys will never guess who this player is, but I'll also show another clip where he's kind of with Oxy on stream, and they're kind of joking around a bit, you know, in ranked play, having a bit of fun with each other. So some people have said that Oxy, after some history that he's got with ShahZaM, could be the man here for G2. There could be plenty of other targets, but look, he reckons that we're not going to guess this player. So either we have guessed it, either you guys can guess it in the comment section below, or it's someone crazy from, I don't know, like an import or something for the Pacific region that now they're going to bring through to round out their team.
That is...
Yeah. Is that true? Why are you so hostile? What happened?
I don't want to talk about it.
I want to talk. What do you want to talk about?
We have beef now. Just know that
we have beef now. No, we don't have beef, bro. It's just business.
No way you just said that.
What?
It is personal. It is personal.
It's not personal. Don't take it personally.
2 tiles. Smoke cat. There's no cat. Like 3.
Hey, man.
Leaving the trip.
I'm smoking mid. I'm smoking.
Careful, cat. Honestly.
Okay.
Probably taking A main on me right now.
What happened? I cannot say. Nothing bad happened. What up, Jumpman? What up, Noroush? Had a good day at prac, guys. So we're playing with someone that nobody will ever be able to guess. Ever be able to guess the player.
He's picking up.
So I don't know much about Oxy, to be honest. I think he's a player that's, you know, people have talked about a little bit. We actually saw just a few days ago in the Boom TV 10K Grand Finals, or in the Boom TV 10K, he made the Grand Finals by taking that Shopify Rebellion. Currently like duelist for Dark Ratio, but looking for opportunities there, right? So yeah, what do you think about this thing from ShahZaM? He reckons, yes, they're teaming with someone unexpected. You guys aren't going to guess who it's going to be, so it could be anyone. People even joke that it's like, you know, X-Curate or something coming over from, you know, from the Pacific region, right, brother to to Forsaken, I believe. So yeah, what are G2 going to do? Because their team is looking nice to start things off. I mean, there's so much talent in this 2-2 seed. It's kind of crazy, and it's not criminal exactly, but it's kind of crazy that only one of these teams that's being formed will end up qualifying in the North American side. And FaZe are going to stick around, TSM, of course. And yeah, so G2, this is their team of 4, we think, which is also a very good one, but they're going to need a 5th man, I suppose. And I think Oxy usually runs a Jet, usually, like he's more of obviously a duelist player. So yeah, does that really fit in here? I'm not exactly 100% sure, but they could make it work, I suppose. Obviously flexible players, and Penny and Whippy are, like, I think pretty underrated as well after their last couple of seasons as well. So yeah, it's madness right now in tier 2. All sorts of organizations coming in. The unknown org may now be known. We still don't know the name of it though, but we know who's getting involved in it. And it's probably only a matter of time until we get some official confirmations as to when everything is going to kick off in the tier 2 side in terms of actually qualifying for the Challengers region. But very much enjoy your thoughts in the comment section below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new. Take care, and I'll see you next time.